Hello and welcome to the football world. You're watching the Football Current, powered by pure football energy.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
A name so powerful, so universally recognized, that it feels larger than the sport he mastered. But some moments stretch even beyond the boundaries of fame, moments that force the world to pause, to look, to realize something bigger is happening. And this time, that moment didn't unfold inside a stadium, or during a Champions League night, or beneath the roar of tens of thousands of fans. It happened inside one of the most iconic buildings on Earth, the White House, the symbolic heart of American power. There, surrounded by political leaders, world-shaping discussions, and global decision-makers, the name Cristiano Ronaldo suddenly echoed, a name born from football pitches, now resonating inside the most influential walls in the United States. For a second, social media froze. The sports world held its breath, and millions asked the same question. Why was Ronaldo being mentioned in a place where athletes are rarely acknowledged? And what does it say about his true influence? Because this wasn't just a headline. It wasn't a gimmick or a passing reference, or a clip meant to stir attention. It was something far more meaningful. It was a reminder that some athletes transcend their sport so profoundly that their presence can be felt in rooms built for presidents, not players. And as this moment surged across the internet, it raised a deeper conversation, not only about Ronaldo himself, but about the growing global weight of football within the American landscape. Before we unravel the significance of this moment, we have to step back. We have to look at how a boy from Madeira turned into a figure influential enough to be mentioned inside the White House. Because stories like this don't happen randomly. They are shaped by years of excellence, global admiration, cultural impact, and the kind of universal recognition only the world's greatest athletes can achieve. For more than 2 decades, Cristiano Ronaldo has built a reputation not simply as an extraordinary footballer, but as a modern icon. From Sporting CP to Manchester United, from Real Madrid to Juventus, and now with Al Nassr, he has carried a level of star power that breaks geographical boundaries. In the United States, a country dominated for decades by basketball, American football, and baseball, international football historically struggled to compete. But times have changed. The rise of the Premier League's American presence, the explosion of social media, and the arrival of global superstars, most recently Lionel Messi in MLS, have opened a door. Football isn't just growing in America, it's accelerating. And of all international players, few have commanded more attention here than Cristiano Ronaldo. Even though he has never played professionally on US soil, his influence in America is undeniable. ESPN highlights him daily. Bleacher Report posts his clips non-stop. US fans fill stadiums whenever his teams arrive for preseason tours. And when you combine that influence with an upcoming 2026 World Cup hosted on American ground, the timing of this White House moment becomes even more fascinating. Because America isn't just watching football now, it's embracing it. And the sport's global icons are part of that shift. This brings us to what actually happened inside the White House. During a public event discussing global cultural impact, leaders referenced figures whose influence stretches across nations. And in that moment, Cristiano Ronaldo's name surfaced, not as a political point, not as a symbolic gesture, but as a pure example of global cultural power. It wasn't about controversy. It wasn't about debate. It was recognition. A recognition of an athlete whose identity has become so universal that even the White House acknowledges his worldwide reach. To understand the magnitude of this, consider the environment. The White House is a place where the White House level. Ronaldo's reach is insane. On Instagram, the reaction was even louder. US audiences, not traditionally the strongest football demographic, expressed admiration, surprise, and even anticipation. Some joked about the idea of Cristiano Ronaldo one day walking through the White House doors in person. Others celebrated it simply for what it was, another chapter in his expanding global legacy. But beyond the memes and reactions, something deeper was happening. Moments like this redefine how America perceives football. For decades, the sport fought for recognition in a saturated sports culture. Now, it is not only thriving, it's being elevated by the presence of global giants. And when one of the biggest political institutions in the world casually references a footballer, it sends a powerful message. Football is no longer just a global sport. It's becoming part of global conversation. This is where the deeper analysis becomes clear. Ronaldo wasn't mentioned because he scored a hat-trick last week. He wasn't mentioned because of a transfer rumor or a viral goal or anything happening on the pitch. He was mentioned because he represents a set of values, qualities, and achievements that people around the world, including leaders, understand instantly. His discipline is unmatched. His longevity remains one of the greatest feats in sports. His leadership qualities have defined generations of players. His brand influence spans millions, his fitness philosophy influences celebrities, and his presence online is bigger than most governments' communication reach. So when a conversation shifts toward examples of global impact, Cristiano Ronaldo naturally becomes part of that discussion. This is the kind of influence that goes beyond sports. This is the kind of influence reserved for athletes like Michael Jordan, Muhammad Ali, Pelé, and Tiger Woods, figures who didn't just dominate their profession, but became symbols recognized across borders. Emotionally, the moment struck even harder for fans who followed something that felt almost surreal. His name being acknowledged by the most powerful office in the United States. For many, it was a reminder of just how far he has come, not just as a footballer, but as a global figure. In a moment that electrified both the sports world and American media, Donald Trump delivered an unexpectedly warm and charismatic across the room. We have so many unbelievable dignitaries here tonight. Business leaders, world leaders, sports icons. This room is loaded up with some of the biggest people in the world. I won't talk too much about all of you because we'll be here all night. But then, with a noticeable shift in tone, he singled out one name, Cristiano Ronaldo. Trump leaned forward slightly, almost as if sharing a personal confession. "My son is a big fan of Ronaldo," he said with a half smile. "Wherever Ronaldo is, we're Ronaldo." The room reacted instantly and Trump continued, "And Barron got to meet him, which, by the way, was a very big deal. I think he respects his father a little bit more now, just because I introduced him to you." Laughter broke through the room before Trump concluded warmly. "So I just want to thank you both for being here. Really, truly an honor." But Trump didn't stop there. Transitioning into a more serious and admiring tone, he added, "Look, I've seen many great athletes in my lifetime. The strongest, the most talented, but Cristiano? He's different. He's phenomenal. The guy is a machine. A total winner." In that single moment, Trump's remarks transcended politics, becoming a rare cultural crossover. A US president publicly praising a global sports icon. And it was a reminder that Cristiano Ronaldo's impact extends far beyond football, reaching families, leaders, and audiences across the entire world. Most importantly, the moment signaled something essential for the future of the sport. Football is becoming a central force in global culture. The US is preparing for the biggest World Cup in history. The sport's popularity in America is skyrocketing. Youth participation is higher than ever. And the presence of icons like Ronaldo and Messi in American conversations, even without both playing in the country, is accelerating that growth. The White House mention didn't happen in isolation. It happened because football is becoming part of America's cultural fabric. And in the middle of that shift stands Cristiano Ronaldo, a player who continues to influence the sport long after many expected his era to slow down. His name rising inside the White House is not just a viral clip. It's symbolic. It's proof that greatness leaves an imprint far beyond trophies and records. It shows that true legacy is built not only in stadiums, but in conversations, institutions, and cultures that extend far beyond the world of sports. In the end, this moment serves as a reminder of how extraordinary his journey has been. From Madeira to Manchester to Madrid to global recognition in places where only history's most influential figures are mentioned. Cristiano Ronaldo's career isn't just about goals or titles. It's about presence, influence, legacy, and the ability to cross boundaries that most athletes can only dream of. So as football continues to rise in America, and as the world looks ahead to the 2026 World Cup, one question stands out. A question I want you to answer in the comments below. Do you believe Cristiano Ronaldo's impact in the United States will grow even stronger as football becomes a dominant force leading up to the World Cup? Thank you for watching, and until the next story, stay passionate, stay curious, and keep loving the beautiful game.